Hey guys, Drakester here, and today I'm going to show you how to turn all this into a delicious white chicken chili. I don't know if you've ever had white chicken chili, but it is absolutely one of my favorite things to eat. And if you will hang with me for a little while, I'll show you how to make it too. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, first thing we're going to do is chop up 2 sweet onions. I'm going to put them in a pot with some diced jalapenos and some garlic with some olive oil before we put our chicken in. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and heat up our pot here. Put a little olive oil in it. We'll let that warm up before we put our onions in it. I'm going to go ahead and chop up our jalapenos now. I like to sweat these down with the onions and the garlic before we put the chicken in. Okay, now we're going to chop up 1 serrano, seeds and all. We're just going to give it a nice chop. Put it in there with our jalapenos and our garlic and our onions. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put our vegetables in the pot. Now we will throw our garlic in there and let this sweat down for a few minutes. Alright, we've got our onions, our garlic, our jalapenos, and our serranos in here. Smells amazing. Let these sweat down, and now I go over here and get the chicken ready. We have here our 2 rotisserie chickens from the store. I went ahead and deboned them. Now we're going to just give them a coarse chop before we put them in the pan. Sometimes you can miss a little bone in there, so as you're cutting them up, if you feel anything, just take it out. But just give it a coarse chop like this. And then it will come apart even more when it goes in the soup. But I like it about that consistency right there. Saves a lot of time getting a rotisserie chicken from the store. You don't have to cook chicken and make the soup or the chili, and it's delicious too. The rotisserie chickens are really good. Okay, turn off. We're going to add our half and half. We're going to add 2 cups. Then we're going to add 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. Alright, I've got our Ninja out. We put 2 15-ounce cans of cannellini beans in here. I'm going to go ahead and blend them up. Now this just turns this into a kind of a bean paste. We put that in with 1 can of beans. Alright, here's our can of beans, undrained. And we will put our bean paste in there. This gives it a really nice texture. Maybe should have used a bigger pot. That'll fit. Okay, stir that in. Alright, down to the last few ingredients. This is cilantro. I'm going to give it a chop the bottom of it off here. Try not to get the tag in there. I'm going to give this a nice coarse chop. Scoop it back in, turn it around, and go the other way. We're going to put this right in the chili, and then we have another bunch that we're going to cut up, and you can put it on top right before you eat it. Alright, we have our lime here. We're also cooking in a Le Creuset pan. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but they're great pans. They're kind of pricey, but if you have the opportunity to get one, I would highly recommend it. So we're going to go ahead and zest 2 limes, and then we're going to juice them and put them in here. Man, there's nothing like the smell of a good lime zest. This white chicken chili is pretty easy to make, especially when you use rotisserie chickens. There's quite a few ingredients, but it doesn't take long, maybe 20 minutes to get it all ready to go, maybe By the time you start on it, prepping everything, and the time you're ready to eat, maybe 45 minutes to an hour, which isn't bad, and it tastes amazing. All right, let's go ahead and juice these babies. All right, let's get this last lime juiced in here. If you don't have one of these juicers for lemons and limes, well, you've got to get one. They get every last bit out. So that's 2 limes we've juiced and zested. Now we're going to put in our cilantro, and then we're just about done. Okay, that cilantro adds a beautiful color. Also has a great flavor too. Okay, red pepper flakes. Again, this is a pretty big pot of soup or chili, so that looks like a lot, but it's not. And you can always add more later if it needs it. Now we're going to add some salt and pepper. A little salt. And last but not least, we're going to add some paprika for the color. Gives it a beautiful red color. Take the lid off this baby. It's pretty full. Okay, that's probably about a tablespoon. Stir that in. We'll let it cook for about 10 or 15 minutes and we'll give it a taste. Okay, now we've made it to the fun part where we get to eat it. Now there's a lot of things I like to add to my chili, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how I like to do my bowl. We're going to go ahead and ladle out some chili in the bowl. Get down there so you get a lot of chicken chunks like this. A little bit more broth. Okay, man, that smells so good. I'm gonna take some sour cream, dollop of that right on top. I'm gonna take some jalapenos with some serrano, put that right there on top like that. A little bit more cilantro. Spread that out a little bit inside. Take some cheese, like that. And then I like to take some chili flavored tortilla chips and crush them right on top. Gives it a little crunch when you eat it. And then last but not least, a little squeeze of lime right on top. Man, I bet your mouth is watering. I know mine is. So let's go ahead and give it a taste, see how we did. Give this thing a little mix. And you can't have white chicken chili without a nice ice cold beer. I've got mine right here beside me, so let's go ahead and give this guy a taste. I'm gonna get a little chip in there, make sure I get a chip. They're not being very cooperative. Man, we nailed that one. That's good. And I hope you'll try it. And I hope you like our channel, what we're putting out. We're really enjoying it. If you like our content, please hit like and subscribe. And we're going to go ahead and sit down and enjoy this. I'll see you next time.